What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon TCG Live today with my Grimsley's Move Mega Gengar EX deck. If you haven't seen these cards yet, they come out in Phantasmal Flames, but came out early in the shop. But Phantasmal Flames will be coming out at the end of the week, so they'll be actually out. But I've been meaning to try them out and try to make a Mega Gengar EX deck without Haunter or Gengar, making use of the Grimsley's Move card. So if you haven't seen Grimsley's Move yet, it says look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put a dark Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards and put them onto the bottom of your deck. You can't use this card during our first turn. But you literally get to look at the top 7 cards, kind of like a Great Ball, except whatever dark Pokemon you find there, you can put it onto your bench. So that means like a stage 2, even a Mega, like Mega Gengar EX, you get to put it right onto your bench and you don't need to evolve it up through Gastly or Haunter. That means it also can't be TM Evo'd, kind of like Archeops and Lugia. It's just there and it can't de-evolve because it doesn't have the pre-evolutions underneath it. Mega Gengar EX is a pretty powerful, kind of cool. It's cool, definitely. Powerful, maybe. Its ability is what makes it powerful, I would say. Its ability, Shadowy Concealment. It says if one of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from one of your opponent's Pokemon EX, that player takes 1 fewer prize card. The effect of Shadowy Concealment doesn't stack. When this first came out on TCG Live a couple weeks ago, it was bugged and it did stack. That has since been fixed. But the way it works is if this guy gets knocked out from an attack, like a Raging Bolt, for example, you know, it does 350 damage, discards those 5 energies. They only take 2 prizes. Mega Pokemon have this rule box down in the bottom right corner. When your Mega Evolution Pokemon EX is knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prize cards. So it's Shadowy Concealment ability in that scenario where Raging Bolt would one-shot it. It makes the Mega Gengar EX only give up 2 prizes. If something, say like an Hydreigon EX gets knocked out while you have your Mega Gengar on, Hydreigon EX gives up 1 prize, which is crazy. It's really seems kind of crazy when you have an EX like that giving up 1 prize. Mega Gengar still gives up the 2, which it makes it so your opponent doesn't win in 2 knockouts at the very least. But there is obviously lots of ways to get around this, because when your opponent were to knock it out by like effects of attacks, like Roaring Moon can just one-shot this. It gives up the full 3 prize cards. If it gets knocked out by like spread damage from Dragapult or Dusknoir, Poison, all of those, it still gives up the 3 prize cards, unfortunately. Then its attack, Void Gale, does 230 damage for 2 darks, and it lets you move in, well, you have to move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon, which is kind of okay because then you can move one of the darks to a Munkidori, and then Munkidori can allow you to move damage counters around. Probably Mega Gengar's not getting one-shotted, or you'll just have some damage counters on your board. You can then move to be able to do more damage to your opponent. Pretty cool card overall, and using Grimsley to kind of like cheat it out sounded really fun. We are weak to fighting, so fighting deck's not a good matchup. We have a retreat cost of 2 and then 350 HP, pretty big. I'll throw the full deck list up on the screen so you can kind of see all the pieces. We're going to be able to use Academy at Night to 100% get a hit off of Grimsley's Move. Academy at Night says you can put a card from your hand on top of your deck. So we can put our Mega Gengar on top of our deck, then Grimsley's Move will 100% get us a Gengar. But at the same time, sometimes you're not able to have all of those pieces, so we have 4 Gengars in here. But I found it's been working pretty good with this version of it. I'm not gonna lie, I did try to record this the other day, and I swear, leading up to it, testing it, it worked fantastic. But in the games, when I recorded, I hit like multiple fighting decks in a row. And then at the very end, I misplayed and I just was like, all right, I'm tilted. I'm going to try this again another day. So this is what we're going with today. I'm pretty happy with it. There'll be a thing to copy and paste in the description of this deck list. Let's go over the numbers and the more specifics real quick, and then we'll get into the games. I'm sure everybody's seen this a little bit if you're on TCG Live, since it has been out for a couple weeks. But going over the numbers here from left to right, starting off, we have the 2 Munkidoris. It has the Adrenaline Brain ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any dark energies attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So we move the energy from Mega Gengar to the Munkidori, then Munkidori can move the damage counters from our guys to our opponent's guys. It's pretty easy. Unfortunately, something to note though, this guy is not a dark. So if this guy does get knocked out by an EX, it does give up the prizes still. You can make it with Gengar, so like your Yveltal gives up 0 prizes. But this guy is a Psychic, so he still gives up the prizes. Then we have the Fez for Flip the Script. When our guy gets knocked out, we get to draw 3 cards. Doesn't matter if we give up prizes or not, it's just if a guy gets knocked out, something to note. And also we can attack with this thing pretty easily if we really wanted to. Then we have the Hydreigon in here. We're not going to be using Obsidian. That was something I wanted to. It sounded really cool to try and do, but I think that's going to be a whole different deck. But the reason we're including it is because it doesn't have an ability and it can damage Cornerstone Ogerpon. Haven't really hit Cornerstone, but that's why Hydreigon's in here. And if we're able to get this guy up early and have a Gengar in play, this thing seems insane. One prizer that's milling your opponent and doing 200 damage. I mean, it's nearly the same amount of damage as Gengar, and it's super disruptive, and it's giving up one prize. Like, this would put a ton of pressure on your opponent, and you can just get it out really quickly or easily with Grimsley. Then we have the 4 Mega Gengars. Then we have 1 Pecharunt EX. This guy's great with subjugating change. It gives us the mobility we need for the deck, so we don't have to depend on like air balloons entirely and retreating manually or even retreat locking. This thing is a huge way to play around all of that. It says once during your turn, may switch one of your benched dark Pokemon, except Pecharunt EX, with your active Pokemon. If you do the new active Pokemon, it's now poisoned. You can't use more than one of these abilities each turn. But our attackers are dark, and we do have an air balloon in here, so we can just promote our attacker or promote our air ballooned guy with a dark that's a dark type, and then we can free retreat out of whatever into our attacker, or we could poison our guy and take advantage of that damage with Munkidori. And we also have a Binding Mochi in here. Then we have 2 Toxels and 2 Toxtricities. These are also new. The Toxel is actually pretty good as an attacker or just like an early setup card too. Call for Family. I think there is other Toxels. It's not the only one in the format, but I think this is the best one for the deck. It's a dark, and then Call for Family. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them right on your bench. And then Playful Kick does 20. And then the Toxtricity. It has the ability Sinister Surge. Once during your turn, you may use this ability, search your deck for a basic dark, and attach it to one of your benched dark Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attach an energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, which is perfect for Munkidori, and we get the energies we need for Mega Gengar to attack or Hydreigon to attack the turn we put it down with Grimsley. And Toxtricity can power up all of these other dark Pokemon as well, but we can't use it to get the energies on Munkidori. Then we have the 1 Yveltal. It's a very versatile card, as the attack Clutch does 20 for a dark, and then during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. If we use this in conjunction with Pecharunt EX and we trap something that our opponent can't do anything with in the active spot, we get to rack up damage on them with Clutch. We also get to rack up damage on ourselves with Poison, and we can use Munkidori to move that damage to our opponent's board and spread damage. It's very strong. On the trainers, we're going with Secret Box for the A spec, just because you can go Secret Box for Grimsley's move, Academy and Night, Mega Signal, and then whatever tool you might need in that situation. And then we get to guarantee get out a Mega Gengar. We have all the pieces we need as long as we haven't played our supporter yet. We can play the Grimsley's move, stack the Gengar that we get off of Mega Signal with Academy and Night, and maybe get an air balloon or something. For the rest of the trainers, we have couple one-ofs. We got the 1 Buddy Poffin, the 1 Counter Catcher, the 1 Earthen Vessel, the 1 Mega Signal, and the 1 Secret Box, and the 1 Ultra Ball. These are all pretty situational cards. I found Ultra Ball wasn't very good in this deck because you actually don't need to search for your Mega Gengar or Hydreigon most of the time, and then we're going to TM Evo out our Toxtricity, which just leaves basic Pokemon. So Nest Ball is like our best ball or Pokemon searching card. Ultra Ball also is just really costly, having to discard 2 cards. And sometimes you just don't have that many cards to work with. So Mega Signal allows us to get a Mega Gengar by itself. We don't have to discard any cards for it, which is perfect off of the Secret Box. Buddy Poffin is great to be able to get down your 2 Toxels and then go for the TM Evo play with an Arven. The Ultra Ball is nice because it does give us a way to search out Hydreigon, or if you do need something else, a way to, find your Toxtricity if you didn't TM Evo. Your Earthen Vessel is great to be able to get your dark energies off of an item, off of Arven. And then the Counter Catcher gives us a gust when we're behind. They all have a nice situation where they can come up, but I don't really think you need multiples of them. And honestly, maybe you could cut, if you find you don't need the Poffin, you could cut that for something else, or the Mega Signal or the Ultra Ball. I think all of them maybe could be adjusted. Then we have the 4 Nest Balls, 4 Pokégears to find our supporters that we need, especially the Grimsleys. And then we have 2 Super Rods for recovery. I think it's the best recovery just because we need the energies in the deck for Toxtricity, and we can just get back a bunch of stuff that we've maybe had to discard or that's gotten knocked out. And the 3 Academy and Night to note, I did have an Artisan in here at first, but I was finding we just don't need it because we have 2 Munkidoris, 2 Toxels, and Yveltal, and we get out them all very quickly and easily. So Artisan just was like not super helpful. So ended up going with a 3rd Academy and Night, but maybe you don't need 3, but At the same time, you do need a lot of pieces to pull off the combo. And then we have the 4 Grimsley's move, the 4 Arven, 2 Lillie, and then 2 Iono and 2 Boss. I didn't emphasize this super a lot, but it says you can't use this card during your first turn. So whether you go first or second, obviously on your first turn, you can't play supporters. But even if you go second, you can't play this. So the way we're playing this and the way it's built is we're going to plan on going second and setting up with Arven. We have Lillie in here as like a backup setup card, because sometimes I think just drawing up to 8 cards could maybe set you up for like the super big combo-y turn on your second turn if you're not able to do the Arven TM Evo play and set up your Toxtricities. So we have Arven's for our first turn, Lillie's in case, Grimsley's then what we want to play after that. You don't have to play it every turn, but if you're able to pull it off every turn, it's pretty powerful to be able to chain, like get out some more Gengars or get out the Hydreigon if you can. But usually just because you're able to set up a Gengar and power it up in a single turn, you don't have to have another Grimsley on your board. You can then play other supporters. You don't have to play Grimsley every single turn. And then 2 Boss for Gus, Iono for Hand Disruption. And then for the tools, we have the 1 Air Balloon, 1 Binding Mochi, 2 TM Evo. Air Balloon is nice for some more pivoting. Binding Mochi is nice to be able to do some more damage. Well, we're only doing 230. With the Binding Mochi, we're doing 270. With some Munkidori damage, we're doing 280, so we could one-shot a Zoroark, Pidgeot EX, Golden Go. We don't even need the Binding Mochi to one-shot a Golden Go. We can move 30 with Munkidori and then hit for 230, so pretty cool. And then 9 Dark Energies. It's felt pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully we can show it off well, and hopefully we can do the combo and we don't have to just hit raw Gengars off of Grimsley's move, but sometimes it happens and it hits. So let's hop into the games, hopefully be able to show it off. All right, hopping into this first one here. See what we're up against. Like I kind of said with the Yveltal, it doesn't come up when it's not needed, but when you need it, it is like the biggest card in the deck, allowing us to like have some win conditions when we're not able to easily set up, or we're fighting a fighting deck and everything we set up is just gonna get one-shotted. And thankfully also 7 basics has been enough. We still mulligan sometimes. All right, a hop stack. All right, we have no bench protection. Yeah, and here we have everything we need. Maybe we don't need Poffin. Look at this hand. We can attach, as long as the Vessel's in the deck, we can Vessel. Oh wait, we're going second. I forgot. Or first. Well, we don't want our only Toxel to die. How many Toxels do we have? We have the 2, we have both Toxtricities. We have our the Munkidori Patch Fez. We prized a Gengar. Prized a Grimsley. I don't think there's any in our hand. And we prized our Secret Box. We prized our Balloon. Is Vessel in here? We have the Vessel. We drew a Dark. Not sure what our play is going to be next turn. I think maybe we Nest Ball both Toxels and just attach to the active and see what our opponent does. We have every supporter besides Grimsley. Maybe I could have saved a Nest Ball for Fez. Maybe that would have been a good idea. But they could also Gust knock out a Toxel. So I wanted to get down 2, I think. And I think, honestly, if we get a Gengar set up, it could be difficult for them to deal with it, because they're not doing that much damage. I don't know. They may have ways to use the second attack. They could be playing our Chaladon. Or our Chaladon, you know, could be a bigger, harder hitting attacker. Okay. Lanias. Yeah. Are we dead? I think we are, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we promote the damaged one, I think. I guess it's good that these don't get knocked out from full. And I think we attach this, play the TM Evo, my bad, and then we'll Lillie. I don't think we want to put this down. It could put in work, but we want to have Munkidori, Fez, Pech, I think, and then one of the other things. Okay. We could Super Rod for Monkey. We can just, I think we just use his Fez. Maybe we, all right. If we do not get hand disrupted here, we have everything to get out getting our next turn. Can we play one of these now? Play the monkey down. Think we can get rid of this. No, it doesn't look like we're going to be needing discard stuff here. And we may need Pecharunt, so I don't want to play the Nest Ball yet. So yeah, if we went second, I think we would have had a better setup. Going first, like we can't play Grimsley's, obviously. But we can't play, we don't have Carmines and stuff. I don't know, maybe something like that would be cool, but because you can't play Grimsley anyways, and needing like Ultra Balls to find this or TM Evo, I don't know. Going second build seemed better for Grimsley, but I didn't try a going first kind of a build with Carmine. I don't think they even have a way to one-shot this. Unless they have not hammers. What's it called? You know the things. Bombs. They need Gust Bomb, and they already played Arven, so they'd also need item Gust effect. Okay. I think we go Gengar. Hydreigon would be cool, but I think Gengar's just better in the long run. So we're going to promote that. It doesn't really matter because we're going to Pech. And then we will... I think we do this first and do Grimsley. And then we can get better cards off of Fez, possibly. Academy and Knights. Put the Gengar on top. Grimsley out the Gengar. Technically we get Toxtricity that way too, but way better to not do that. And then I think we actually maybe want to draw into energies too, so I think we will Rod now. This. Drawing into energies would be good because we're going to have to move one. Nope, but we drew. All right, well, if we find another Grimsley, we can get out another Gengar. And we're going to need Pecharunt. Obviously, we don't really need to be poisoning our Gengar here. We're not hitting with anything. We're not hitting with the Mochi, and the extra damage isn't like... I guess we are one-shotting them. They're what's his name's gonna be live now. Oh, we did drew another Grimsley, my bad. So we do have that. That's pretty funny. And that actually is nice too. But we need like, actually no. Yeah, if we have two Gengar set up and Pecharunt EX on the board, we can just pass energies. Those are good prizes. We can pass energies between the Gengars too, which is nice. But yeah, I didn't realize we had that other Grimsley. All right, Cram can hit for 210 at the most, right? They need Stadium, Hops, Band, and then Snorlax is already down. And we're at 4 prizes, so they can do that. We would rather boss their Latias, probably. No hand disruption. That is good. If we can boss their Latias. This guy can't attack, right? Unless they have an energy switch, they just attach to it. So yeah, they'll be cramming. Okay, here's the cram. What's a better knockout? Latias or Fez? Did I Vessel? No, I didn't, right? And I think we had it in our... No, we drew an energy, but we saw it in our deck. If there's no stadium bump too, this is nice. Then we can just discard away this Academy at night. Alright. I think we prized a Gengar. I can't remember though. Oh. Well, that's pretty good for us. They whiffed. We drew Counter Catcher. I think we can discard that. That Gengar. And we have the Air Balloon, so we actually don't need an energy. We can promote Toxtricity with Pecharunt and then Toxtricity the Gengar. And we'll get... If we do have our 3rd stadium, we'd get that. We can get the Mochi. And we're gonna get the boss. I think Arven's I think we'd rather have the Lillie. So we're gonna play boss this turn. Boss up a 2 prizer. We'll get that. And then... I think maybe a Pokégear for the last boss would be what we want. Because now that we have the Air Balloon, we don't even need the 2nd Gengar, kind of. But we're going to be able to get up something next turn. If we wanted to, we could get Ultra Ball to set up a Hydreigon, but we also have Gengar in hand, so... Then we just do this. And I think bossing Fez is probably better. And then we will use this. Promote Toxtricity. Put an Air Balloon on him. Attach energy to Gengar with it. And then we will move damage counters. I think we just keep the Gengar healthy. And we'll move them to this, since they have their own Munkidori to move the 30 back. And bump stuff. Play that. We're not poisoned, but we don't... It's fine. And this guy is also a really nice late game attacker I forgot to mention. I think maybe we just put Pokégear on top of the deck to try and find boss. And we'll move the energy to Pecharunt. Pecharunt can knock out this guy with weakness. And once our Gengar gets knocked out, I'll be hitting for 240. Wow, look at this hand! That's pretty nice. Yeah, this is where it's like, Artisan would have been helpful for like 2 seconds, and then it would not have been very helpful. This guy caps at 2, you add 120, 260? Is that right? Because this, he does 170 basically with his own stuff, and then you can add 90. All right. Did I have Gust? Nope. Iono. Nice. We get to keep our Pokégear. I think our Pokégear will hit now. How many cards just went to the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Well, that actually doesn't matter, since we have the moving stuff. And actually, if we just get... No, double Munkidori doesn't KO that. Does it? 60? No. Okay. We just try and hit a boss. Oh, what a clean game. Thank you, game. You're too good to us right now. Nice. We got to pull off the Grimsley, and then we got to go 2-2-2. Not too bad. All right. Here we go, hopping into our second one. That was a fantastic first one. It'd be cool to go a second this time. Hopefully have a good setup. Let's go. We're rocking the EV pumpkin sleeves and deck box and coin. I was gonna go with the Gengar one. All right, we mulliganed here. But these are new. They look kind of cool. Like I said, also, I was gonna try and do this, or I was trying to do this for a couple weeks since the stuff came out. And it was Halloween or so when it came out, which would have been the perfect time to do it, but I was pretty excited about Mega Diancie and did that one first. And then I was playing a lot of Showdown. I'll still be probably with the Legends ZA new Megas on Pokemon Showdown. You're able to use them in like this odd pet mod. All right, all right. Yes, we can mulligan a couple times. All right. An Arven would be pretty cool, or Pokégear, to find the Arven. Or Lillie. Okay, we're up against Charizard. Okay, I wonder if they're playing the ghosts or not. No ghosts yet. I think we can Ultra Ball away Boss. I think we keep the Rod, or the Grimsley's move. We get Ultra away Boss and Rod. What's our top deck? Nest Ball. Okay, that's good. Honestly, we could Ultra Ball away Boss and Rod still, Nest Ball out both Toxels, or get out both Toxels and evolve them both, and then we Raw Grimsley next turn. We have both Toxtricities. We have 4 Mega Gengars, and Hydreigon, Pech Fez, Yveltal. We prized both Munkidoris. No, we prized one Munkidori, sorry. Is our other Rod here? Boss is here. Other Rod is here, so we could discard it. That sounds really fun. Yeah, we have like a lot of stuff. I don't know what we prized exactly, but seems good. Let's have a closer look. Let me see if I can see what we missed more. I don't think any Pokemon besides the one Munkidori prize. Okay, Arven, Iono. Oh, Secret Box. Okay. Arven, Iono, Secret Box. And we'll get 2 Toxtricities. Unfortunately, they probably have rare candy everything. I don't think holding Boss or Rod. Yeah, I think this is definitely the best play to make. We just, like, if our Munkidori doesn't die, that would be pretty nice. If we top deck a Nest Ball, that would be pretty nice to get Fez down. Oh, that's not Charizard. That's a Jet. That's the wrong guy. All right. We're not even getting attacked here. I mean, it's not the wrong guy, but I was thinking, you know, Jet on something on the bench. So they have, like, that's for Klefki or something, or is it just for getting trapped? I guess they could rare candy. out another Charmander, a Charizard, I mean, and then retreat this thing. Yeah, I guess this energy actually does make it so they could go 2 energies on a Charizard, and then 1 on this, and then retreat. So that does kind of make sense, maybe. Okay. Okay. Ghosts. All right, there's some ghosts. That's fine. Because we have Grimsley's move. 42 cards, 5 things we could hit. I think that math checks out. 5 times 7 is 35. I don't know, maybe that's not, doesn't check out exactly. No! Fuck! Well, we're gonna do this so we can pivot with this. We can't attack with it, unfortunately. And this might be it. I don't like doing the raw Grimsley, but I mean, I think that was what we were dealt there. We definitely leave Monkey in the active. Yeah, we have an energy on Fez, we can pivot. 30 plus 50 is 180. This thing gets knocked out if they pop a ghost anyways. I think we just leave the damage counters. All right. Not looking too good. This was like the worst card to draw, man. Aw. I did initially also have Poffin, 2 Poffins in here. I also had more Ultra Balls. Maybe another Poffin would be better than not. Then we have better odds to get out Toxtricities and not have to discard multiple cards with Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball just doesn't feel good at all here. So yeah. But it does give us a way to search out Toxtricity if we don't TM Evo it, so. Alright, popping on this. We sack a Toxtricity. Hey, we get a card. That's good. Sack this. Nest Ball, we can get... Oh, I think Yveltal maybe was surprised. I can't remember. I do remember our other monkey's prize, so we can't get it. Also, I think I forgot to say this. I meant to say it earlier, but if our opponent gets low on their deck size, we do have a win condition in milling. Okay, I mean, we want a Grimsley though. Okay, we do have Yveltal. I think we actually get this instead. So then we can move the energies to it with Gengar. And now we want to hit a Grimsley and an energy. Okay. Well, that's not great. This doesn't get us anything, so we'll play it. And oh, Lillie. Okay, all right. Use this. Then we just pull out the energy from the deck. Leave an energy on. I guess we could also do this. Leave an energy on Fez. We'll use this and hit with Yveltal. We can hit for 270 and move 30. That's just short of knocking them out. I mean, them gusting Fez is like the nail in the coffin, I think. Because we're not going to be able to Grimsley with this current hand. And yeah, they're hitting for 210 because they popped a ghost. Maybe they just rotted. Maybe they're just getting ghosts. Maybe no boss. Damn it. All right, I think we just got to scoop this one up. I think this is it. We'll see the top deck. I mean, we could trap this with Yveltal. I can't remember if counter catchers in the deck. Air Balloon. Trap that with Yveltal. Then we Lillie. We still don't have a way to do Grimsley next turn. If we were to trap and they weren't able to power it up, and then we could Grimsley, Yveltal could give up no prizes. I think this is... Nah, I don't think so. And they have ghosts. Maybe Briar. I don't know. All right, all right. We had a little bit of a reality check there. Didn't draw as hot. And, you know, a deck that does big damage. Can one-shot our Fez. I mean, the other... What, Zoroark... Or not Zoroark. Zacian could have with Cram, but Zacian itself doesn't. Well, this is going to be our game, though. We're going first. That's okay. We saw we could set up okay. Let's see it. All right. Starting Fez. We have Arven for next turn. Grimsley for the following turn. All right. We're drawing a couple things. Prize to Monkey. Excuse me, and that's it for Pokemon. We have Arven's, prize to Lillie, prized Ultra Ball? No. Prize to TM Evo. 2 energies? I don't know. Well, that's all we can do. Can't play nothing else. Ooh, maybe Air Balloon? I don't know if I saw that. I don't know if all of our tools were there. Well, if we top deck Stadium, we just, you know, Stadium, Grimsley. Stadium, put Mega Gengar on top, then Grimsley. We could... Was Secret Box in there? I'm definitely not playing Grimsley without putting something on top here. So we'll be Arvening. All right, and we're up against Gardevoir. They lost an Artisan. They got Scrimtail. I mean, we're hitting them for weakness, which is pretty good. So everything just dies. I guess Mega Diancie doesn't. And then Clefairy, if they were to put a Bravery Charm on it, doesn't. What? They didn't even play the Artisan? And that's all they could do? All right, we'll take it. Secret Box in here? It is. Okay, and we did prize Air Balloon, other TM Evo. And then 2 energies and some stuff. Well, we're gonna play this TM Evo. We want to get... And we can lose that. We need to find Vessel. I don't think we need this. Although it may be nice to put it down to have a pivot. Maybe we could just lose Hydreigon. But I do have another Grimsley in hand already. But I'm going to have to lose something. Then we may have to discard the Mochi. What's more fun? A second Gengar? Yeah, let's do that. Then we get that. And then we're going to lose the Mochi. We won't need it. And then a supporter besides for Grimsley. Lillie? Seems good. And then we do that. Grab some energies. An Iono would not be very good for us. I don't want to play Academy at night. I mean, I could and put a Grimsley on top of the deck. But I'd also rather draw into something else. Oh, and I'm going to shuffle the deck. That would be bad. Yeah, so don't do that. Do we just want to play? It's just, do we play it or not? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think they play that many stadiums, though. All right, we're going to play it. I think it's fine. In case of an Iono, we have it in play. We have 2 more. Wait. I did not count them. And I didn't figure out what all the prizes were because I don't usually do that. Okay. Nest Ball for routes. Fez. Mew for 1. Don't be Iono. Come on. Let us get excited. Good or bad news? Come on. Yes! All right, here we go. Oh, that's great too. All right. Academy at night. I feel a sneeze. Grimsley. Let's go. Energy. Attach. And I think we actually Petch now. So then next turn... Oh, I could have double Grimsley'd. If I kept a Grimsley... I think I kind of forgot about that. And then we do this, so that next turn... Will it matter? No, because we're going to have to move an energy anyways. So I think we just don't make ourselves take poison damage. We retreat this. Void Gale, move the energy to Fez. Then we can promote Fez with Petch, attach energy to Gengar with Toxtricity. Air Balloon is nice. Now we actually don't need to do that. We have the pivots. We just would rather move energies to Munkidori. Okay, Curlia. That doesn't do anything. I guess it keeps an energy. Oh, shit. Dude, if we draw an energy, we're killing their Curlia. I just realized that. Did they... They could have Team Evos, though. Surely they drew into supporter now. We're definitely killing the Curlia with Fez, who gives up 1 prize. Okay, getting some psychics. Cool beans. Give me the news. Do you have a supporter? I kind of feel bad if they don't. Okay, good. All right, so they're going to Team Evo probably. Protect the Gardevoir. from being fezzed, or the Kirlia. Or or what else? No. And I mean, I think we just knock out this with Gengar. Okay. Bunch of stuff. TM Evo is going to get played. They, I think, still have a Psychic in their hands. Okay, they're bumping our stadium. Lillie for next turn. That'll get us a Munkidori. And for us, I think we're just moving damage counters to their active and then knocking it out with Gengar just to get damage counters off the board. We're not attacking with Fez anymore, just Gengaring it. Fez is still not a bad attacker though. And this is okay because now we're at even prizes, so we could just go 2 prizers the rest of the game. So Gardevoir's in hand. I still don't think it makes sense to like oh yeah, we do have our 2 Academy Knights still. And we have 2 boss. I don't think it makes sense to kill one of those. I think we kill something else. Or does it? I mean, killing a Munkidori with a Psychic Energy in the active spot. And then Fez is dying. Like, Mega Gengar's not dying. So I don't think we really need to draw into energies here. Let's just actually drawing into energy would have been fine. Then we could have moved damage counter with Munkidori already. That's okay. Then do we want to burn the Mega Signal? Maybe we would want it, so I think we'll keep it. All right, we drew it anyways. Oh, we have it for next turn. Do we want to Rod? I think we're fine. And I think we'll just put an energy on Gengar already. And actually, I mean, they are going to play. They already played theirs. I don't think they have any more stadiums. Blah, blah, blah. And then put Grimsley on top of the deck. I think that seems good. I mean, they're gonna Lillie anyways. We already saw, so never mind. All right, and we just knock them out. Can't move, can't heal this turn. The mobility is really nice if they decide to attack with Munkidori too. Now we can just Gengar. But yeah, no, we're good. We're totally good. Having Fez down, we started it, and we haven't actually, sorry about the traffic. We haven't needed to draw with it, so it's just kind of on the board with an energy, but I think they only play 2 stadiums, so we should be good on that. Yeah, and we just Academy Knight, Gengar on top, Grimsley, Toxtricity to that Gengar. If they confuse this, we promote Toxtricity with Petch and retreat back into this one. And then we pass energy from this to our other Gengar. And we'll Munkidori the damage to their Munkidori before we knock it out. Seems pretty good. And Screamtail doesn't seem as scary because we're giving up. Oh wait, no. Screamtail goes around. I don't know if I've said this already or not in this, but Screamtail goes around the whole 2 prize thing because it's not an EX. So yeah, they could Drifloon this for 3 prizes. They could still Screamtail these for 2 prizes, or knocking this thing out for a prize. They would always get that. Okay. They have Fez, and Lillie's still going to be drawing him 8 cards. Right? Definitely think this is just too good. Got me a Knight. Grimsley. So glad it's not an Artisan right there. Toxtricity to this. Monkey the damage to their monkey. I guess they don't have monkey on the board anymore, but still. Patch up Toxtricity. Rod. No, I don't think we need to play that. They are probably gonna Iono us. I don't know. I'd play it to just get it out of the hand. Actually, and maybe I should have done that with the Nest Ball. But Nest Ball could be nice to get like a Munkidori later. A second one. So I think we're just gonna hold. Let's do this and move it to this Gengar. Yeah, I think we're set. I don't know. Drifloon and Screamtail can make it so they can get all the prizes they need still, though. Also, Hydreigon, if their deck gets low enough, we could just whip out a Hydreigon. We have 260 HP left. So they need... I don't think they can kill us. With Gardevoir. They could kill us with Mew. They copy our own attack, right? And then Munkidori once. Alright, yeah, now I'm wishing this wasn't here. But our board is like completely set up. If they do take a knockout, we have Fez. I think we did kind of get a little lucky that they didn't get the routes and they discarded the Artisan on turn 1 instead of getting a routes. Devo bundle, Screamtail. I don't think they can take like a 5 or a 4 prize turn even. So they can knock out Fez right here, but I don't think they can take 4 prizes next turn. So I think we still have 2 turns to win. So we're gonna knock out a single prizer, then hopefully we can find Gust. And Screamtail. Oh, wait a second. I don't know. I think it's okay. Even if okay, so they can knock out this instead of this, and that would hurt our mobility. They can knock out Pecharunt EX, but then we have Fez. So I think that's kind of fine with us. Which is why I think they would always go after Fez if they could. But they don't have a charm yet, so they can't. They're gonna hit for 160 right now, which could knock out Pech. So then we get Fez. And I think the plan is Mega Signal, shuffle the deck, because if Super Rod and Nest Ball are at the bottom. Well, we can burn the Poffin too before I forget, but maybe we wait on that. I don't even know if there's another one of these. All right, that's good. Get them all out. And then drawing energy too would get us there. We could Buddy Poffin and put down a Toxel, but I don't think we want a Toxel down. All right, we have Arven. I think we've played Vessel though. So we are stuck here. We'll play this now. We could get Lillie, then get an energy. There's one energy. Could get Iono. Am I missing something? I don't think so. All right, let's see what we hit off of this. They have 2 Psychics in their deck, so they can move everything. Or in their discard pile. I think we Iono. All right. And we can knock out Screamtail with damage from Munkidori. I didn't realize that, and I think there's 2 energies prized, isn't there? So I kind of played a little bit too many things here, but I guess it would have been better to wait to draw the prize with this until after the Iono, so then we draw more off of Iono. Okay. Man, if we had it, we would have. If we drew Rod, we would have been able to do it. Okay, and that's it. I don't know if I should have healed this one so it was full. I'm just thinking we just heal this one as much as we can. Also, I don't know if I said this, but I don't think it's a bad matchup, but I don't think it's an auto win because we're dark. I think I said that to begin with. My bad. All right, Vessel. They played Arven just for Vessel? They didn't even get a charm? I don't know how many charms they play. Okay, Munkidori. We're just gonna attack with Gardevoir. And then hope we're stuck. Or confuse us. And attack with Munkidori seems safer. Yeah. And we're down just the 1 energy in the discard. We have 1 in the deck. So yeah, literally, I think these are both energies. I think we saw we have 1 energy in the deck and 1 in the discard. That's 2. We literally have two energies in the prizes. I almost missed that we couldn't knock that we could get a prize off of Scream Tail in the active. All right. Iono. What did we put to the bottom of our deck? Ooh, we put an Arven down there. All right. Then we'll just shuffle it. And then we want to find Arven, so then we can find Rod and then do things. Oh, right, let's go. Okay. Arven, Rod, Team Evo. Rod, Dark, Pech, Hydreigon. Ultra Ball away. I don't think we're gonna need Hydreigon. I don't know. Maybe we could use it. I was thinking. Ultra Ball away those. Pecharunt. And then this guy. Move these. I don't know if they can. Maybe we actually move these. Just make it so they can't one-shot whatever's in the active. And do we want to accelerate an energy to this? I don't think it matters. No, I think we just hit. And yeah, move energy to that. Now that we have Pecharunt back, I think we're okay. And then we knew we were drawing a dark. We'd rather just draw into darks if they do KO Pecharunt again, I think. Because then we can attach to this and KO the active. Well, there's the possibility of Hydreigoning. I think do we still have the other route anyways? Yeah, I guess we could have waited to put Hydreigon back if we really were going for that, but this is a long one. It's nice to be able to get around the confusion, really not care. I don't think Drifloon can KO Gengar. If they have a Luminous Cape, right, it could. Or Luxurious Cape, I mean. Let's go! Does Drifloon cap out at 330? That sounded familiar. I'm not sure. Well, I think we're gonna call it there for time's sake. Only got 3 games, but I think got to show off the deck pretty good. I wanted to show, as you can see, I was trying a couple different Hydreigon, Toxtricity Box 2. This was Grimsley Mega Gengar 1, 2, 3. I've tried out a couple different things, but this one I do like it the most. And only 3 games, but I think we got to show it off pretty well. We got to show off raw Grimsleying and just the possibility of top decking these things when you only have a Grimsley in your hand. Like, that's obviously not very good. Double Toxtricity is good, but you just can also function with 1, which I think is what we had in the last game. I think we did try and do some stuff with the Yveltal at one point. I can't remember if it really did anything or not. but the deck worked pretty decently, and we got to pull off the Grimsley. We don't have Haunter or Gastly in here, and we got to use the Mega Gengar. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said at the beginning, there's a deck list to copy and paste in the description if you're wanting to. But yeah, I'm really excited for these cards to come out officially with Phantasmal Flames later this week, and try out some more Phantasmal Flame decks when it drops. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for chilling, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.